Okay, we got our next author called Univine. We had them before. Here we go. We had them exactly almost 100 SCPs ago. 2309. Yes, sir. So 104 SCPs ago. 2309. Which, also according to the author, 40 is Enki's sacred number, which is why he chose an SCP with 40 in it. Gotcha. That's cool. I love that. Ah, yeah. It was the giant wall and the giant beasts fighting in front of the wall. Yes. I remember I was a little bit confused with that SCP, but the concept is pretty cool. So Univine, you wrote 2017 underscore ACF underscore nat underscore fianz underscore dot mp4. Just so you guys know, I'm not fibbing. This is how it was. This is how it looks. The title. All right. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. A copy of SCP-2405 is to be maintained by the Department of Information Technology, the Secure Foundation Network File System (SFNFS) at all times. Access to SCP-2405 is to be restricted to the current head of the SCP-2405 Automated Experimentation Project. As of experiment 2405-279198, videos derived from SCP-2405 are to be screened by Cognito Hazard Sanitizing Expert System (CSES) before being viewed by humans. SCP-25. God damn it! What's happening? 2405 is an MPEG, but MPEG for Part 14 video file originally named 2017 ACF NATS Fianz MP4 Part 14, commonly known by the file name extension MP4, with no deterministic content. Although the file size and the binary representation of SCP-2405 resembles those of similar non-anomalous MP4 files, SCP-2405 has the anomalous property that each time SCP-2405 is opened by a program capable of playing video files, a different video, albeit one that is thematically similar to previous videos, will be played. That anomalous property is maintained by copies of instances of SCP-2405 created by an operating system's copy and paste function. Renamed instances of SCP-2405 and instances of SCP-2405 whose metadata has been modified, but not by instances of SCP-2405 whose video data has been modified. Okay, so function, the copy and paste function has a footnote that says, notably, this is not true for copies of instances of SCP-2405 created through other methods. Without variation, SCP-2405 depicts a game of Quizbowl conforming to the 2020 format used by the Academic Competition Federation (ACF), being played on stage of a lecture hall as the final match of a tournament. Okay, we have Quizbowl footnote that says, academic competition played using a lockout buzzer system, which 2 teams of up to 4 players compete to answer toss-up questions. Interruptions of the question is allowed, so that deeper knowledge about the topic is questioned is rewarded. After a player answers a toss-up correctly without conferring, the team will be given a 3-part bonus question, with varying difficulty between the parts on which conferring is allowed. If a player does not answer a toss-up correctly, the teammates will be not allowed to attempt to answer the question. Then we have the footnote by 2020. 20 toss-ups, 23-part bonus questions, and then ACF has a footnote. The ACF is the leading how do you say that? Leading. How do you say that again?
Collegiate.
The leading collegiate Quizbowl organization, which organizes several annual competitions. Okay, the games depicted by SCP-2405 can vary drastically in the participants' content and in less than 0.0005% of all cases, historical context. The contents of some games, if taken as fact, suggests that those games, if not nearly every game depicted by SCP-2405, take place in timelines which have diverged from baseline history. Because of the extreme rarity of such games, they were discovered only through the SCP-2405 Automated Experimentation Project, in which recurrent neural networks were trained to identify dissimilarities with baseline history. SCP-2405 was identified on 2016 by Panoptis, a Foundation web crawler designed to analyze videos on video uploading and file sharing websites for non-deterministic content. SCP-2405 was found and retrieved from a popular file sharing website before it was removed from that website under standard cover E3 Internet Piracy. On the same cover, Foundation agents gained access to the database of that website to determine the origin of SCP-2405. Although no records that identified the uploader of SCP-2405 could be found, the discovery of the origin of SCP-2405 remains a priority in research concerning SCP-2405, as does the source of its anomalous properties. Open experiment log. Okay, here we go. Identification number 0. Comments. The binary representation of an instance of SCP-2405 was copied to another file, but the instance of SCP-2405 itself was not copied by an operating system's copy and paste function. Are you still good to go, Casabon, or is it getting late for you? Thus, the resulting video file, which purports to depict the final match of the 2017 ACF Nationals Tournament, did not maintain the anomalous properties of SCP-2405 because it is believed that this file is a representation of the baseline future, and the 2017 ACF Nationals Tournament has not taken place as of the writing of this entry, 2016. Data describing the content of a video file from this experiment has been expunged due to concerns regarding causality here. Identification number 135383. It comments first experiment in which divergent historical content was observed. The video depicted the final match of the 2017 ACF Nationals Tournament played between teams from the Free University of Chicago and the Workers Institute of Industrial Technology. Divergent historical content was observed in questions regarding the time period roughly following World War I. Specifically, the United States was also said to have seen a Second American Revolution in the year 1921, resulting in the formation of a socialist regime under a radicalized Eugene V. Debs, which has a footnote that says, American socialist politician of the early 20th century. The regime, which was implied to have survived to 2017, fought World War II against an alliance of absolutist monarchies led by Russia, Japan, and the Ottoman Empire. The war was described only in the context of a Battle of Yalta, leaving the overall outcome of the war unclear. I'll stay for this one, and maybe the next one is if it's short. Gotcha. Let's see how it goes. Identification number 279198. The video depicted the final match of the 2017 ACF Nationals Tournament, played between teams from the University of Maryland and the University of Chicago. In a toss-up about her, Dr. A Foundation memeticist was said to be a leader in the field of memetics, describing research conducted by Dr. in the field of counter memetics. The toss-up verbally gave a counter meme said to be created by Dr. followed by the meme it countered. When Dr. was interviewed, she stated, "I've never created such a thing, though now I'm starting to wish I had." When tested on D75500, the meme caused D75500 to clap uncontrollably until he was given the counter meme. After experiment 279198, mandatory screening by a CSES was implemented. Identification number 427028. The video depicted the final match of the 2017 National Jinchi Selections Tournament, played between two teams of unaffiliated players, all of whom appeared to be of of Han Chinese and/or Native American descent. Jinshi, the highest possible rank achievable in the civil service examination system of Imperial China. All questions were given in classical Chinese, and the distribution of questions issued typically included subjects like science and fine arts in favor of Confucian classics and pre-Qing dynasty era Chinese history. After the conclusion of the match, the members of the winning team were given embroidered badges which were sewn into their clothes in a ceremony to confer them to status of Jinshi of an Imperial Republic of Fuzang, a land in Chinese mythology described as being east across the Pacific Ocean, which in this divergent historical context likely refers to North America. Identification number 552071. The video depicted the final match of the competition between two groups identified as the Kara and Sor clans. All questions were given in language resembling Proto-Turkic, with loan words from Saoyan languages. That language has not yet been completely translated by Foundation linguists, but linguistic analysis of the question suggests that the concerned animals' husbandry, migration patterns, raids, and on other nomadic peoples and shamanic knowledge. A violent dispute erupted in the middle of the match between two players over differences in the clan's shamanic teachings, resulting in both players being summarily expelled. The lecture hall in which the match took place was not part of the building, but was instead a large tent erected on the field. Identification number 759409. Comments: the video depicted the final match of an unnamed tournament played between teams from the Harvard School of Elocution and the State Recitation Academy. All individuals present wore dress uniforms similar to those of U.S. Army officers. Prior to the beginning of the match, each player swore an oath declaring, "I stand in solidarity with the overseers who shelter us from the darkness of the catastrophe. I raise my voice and my mind upwards towards knowledge, so that we may reclaim the lost words." The distribution of the questions completely eschewed literature, fine arts, history, and science, with the exception of nuclear physics, in favor of agriculture, mechanics, military science, and elocution. No electrical appliances were visible in the video, and the room was lit by gas lamps. No written words, writing implements, or writing surfaces were visible in the video. And unlike nearly all previous videos, the questions were not read by the moderator, but recited from memory. Whew. That one jumped around, didn't it? Like, it's interesting to see like how it also depicted like footage of times where it was impossible to have any video footage from. But yeah, I think if I still like don't really know what a Quizbowl is, because that description was very lengthy. But it's very like there's the simple part of like the video is just changing whatever the context is, but at the same time having like showing like footage of like times that again not possible. I also wonder if like some of the footage that they saw was alternate reality stuff. Changing content of this. Maybe you watch it. Looks like we found some historical moments in history with this. Although, who knows how truly, who knows if those are connected to the main base timeline. Okay, so the next one is not sure, so I'm going to sleep. Goodbye. Okay, see you. The F was with you, bro. Next weekend we continue with the 2410s and 20s. So I see you there.